It seems that the city of Neverwinter will be doomed without those Waterdhavian creatures. That is, if they can produce a cure when they are all returned. I have seen death everywhere. Burning piles of plague-infested corpses are as common as hawkers. Every section of the city is affected. There is currently no cure to the Wailing Death, and now I am stuck here with the rest of the population. My mission was to observe and intervene only if it can place me in a position to further the Dark Lady's interests. I am one of the few from the Academy to have survived the attack. With how desperate they are for help, it would seem I have landed myself into the perfect position to be placed in which I can serve the interests of the Dark Lady. Most people this far west think Tiamat has only draconic followers. Nothing can be further from the truth. Most of her worshippers are humanoid, like myself. No one would suspect my actual motives here. However, I am no fool. To become the person of influence in a city that would despise the Dark Lady, I have to become a hero to the people, or at least what will be left of the people if I am to succeed. So, I either start screaming it's the end of days like half the idiots in the city and accept my own fate of being struck down by the plague inside a city tearing itself apart, or I do what I can to end the chaos. The one thing that Lord Nasher and I can agree on is that we need a return to lawfulness. The current disorder is distressing to me. I went into the city and saw it get from bad to worse, though I admit I didn't actually get around and familiarize myself with the layout or culture. In the chaos that I experienced, it didn't seem worth it. The last time I was here was around 30 years ago, and things were much different back then. All I remember was Castle Never in the center of the city. What did I do? I spent the last week trying to figure out how to cure the plague, and like everyone else, I am at a loss. It almost seems divinely placed. But who would do such a thing and why? Things I noticed since the Waterdhavian creatures fled was that the city guard is barely able to keep order. The entire city is closed off now, and it is the worst plague in Neverwinter's history. Thousands of dead are being piled up in the streets. The people are close to rebellion. Many claim that Lady Aribeth has a cure and is going to start distributing it to the masses, which, as I know, is totally untrue, unless, of course, I can bring back those missing Waterdhavian creatures. Now I'm starting to sound like Lady Aribeth.
In one brutal attack, the promise of those at the Academy had been all but snuffed out. Hope disappeared with the Waterdhavian creatures, and the weight of the terrible sickness pressed down on the city once more. Even more chilling, the whispered rumors of enemies seeking to destroy Neverwinter from within had proved true. Though the identity of those responsible for the slaughter was as yet unknown. Still, a flicker of hope yet remained, for not all had died in the attack. From the bloody carnage at the Academy, a survivor had stepped forward, a champion to carry the torch in this darkest hour.
These are all the sick and wounded.
You were quick to answer the summons. Allow me to be the first to welcome you to the halls of justice.
This is a mistake, Fentic. We know nothing about this whelp. How can you so blindly trust them?
Dessler, please. Ivaldis showed great promise throughout his training at the Academy, and has done even more in the weeks since the attack. Rarely has a recruit shown such potential after so short a training period. If we are to have any hope of finding a cure for the Wailing Death, we need people like Ivaldis in the service of Neverwinter.
I'll only serve if I'm well paid, Fenthic.
Such callous disregard for the suffering of others. Is this the kind of mercenary we want working for us, Fenthic? There is nothing wrong with wanting to earn one's fortune in the world, Desther. Rest assured, Evaldis, you will be well rewarded for your efforts. Please, Evaldis, you must forgive Desther. The plague takes a heavy toll on us all, a toll made even greater in the past weeks by the attack on the Academy and the loss of the cure.
He has no right to speak about me like that.
You do not understand, Evaldis. The true horror of the Wailing Death had yet to be felt within the Academy's walls. The quarantine of Neverwinter has done little to halt the spread of the Wailing Death. Bonfires burn night and day as the city watch dispose of the dead, yet the corpses are piled ever higher. It is all we can do to contain the chaos and maintain order within the various city districts. Rumors run rampant, and the citizens are on the verge of panic.
Rumors?
Because the plague cannot be cured by the priests or clerics of the city. Some claim it is an unnatural thing sent by an unknown enemy bent on destroying Neverwinter. The attack on the Academy in these past weeks will only make things worse, Fenthic, once people learn how Aribeth lost the cure through her lack of faith. Desther, I will not have you question the faith of my true love. Aribeth believed the Academy to be a safe haven. Anyway, it is not our place to even discuss such things. My Lady Aribeth is in charge, appointed by Lord Nasher himself to stop the Wailing Death. You must talk to her, Evaldis, as soon as possible.
I guess I better talk to Aribeth if I want any kind of reward from all this.
My Lady Aribeth awaits you in the chamber beyond the north doors. There she works tirelessly to put an end to the plague that ravages Neverwinter. Go with the blessing of Tyr upon you.
I have to watch that one Desther. Fenthic is a fool, though. Easily duped. These are the sick. I don't want to get anywhere near them. Or even talk to the nurses. There she is.
Welcome to you. I regret I did not get a chance to introduce myself properly to you while you were training at the Academy. I am Lady Aribeth de Tilmarand, Paladin in the service of Tyr, and the right hand of Nasher Alagondar, Lord of Neverwinter. I have been waiting for you.
You are waiting for me? Why?
I have been following your progress since your early training at the Academy. Neverwinter has need of one like you if we are to survive the Wailing Death. The attack on the Academy doused the one faint spark of hope the city had. I need you to help recover that which we have lost.
I'll help you. For a price.
I promise your reward for this task will be well worth your efforts. There are many rumors about the plague, but if you are to aid me in this, it is important you know the truth about the Wailing Death. Our divine healers can do nothing to help those afflicted by the Wailing Death. And even our most powerful magic cannot raise those who succumb to the illness. But a short time ago, we had word that Kelban Blackstaff Arunson, the famous Archmage of Waterdeep, had discovered a potential cure, one that might be concocted from the essence of 4 rare and magical creatures.
These must be the Waterdhavian creatures you keep talking about. What became of the creatures?
Under great secrecy, the 4 creatures were gathered in Waterdeep, then sent here to Neverwinter. As strange a menagerie as any has ever set eyes on. A Cockatrice, an intellect devourer, a Yonti, and a Dryad.
Strange collection. I believe I saw the Dryad.
I ordered them sent to the Academy, Neverwinter's renowned training institution for adventurers of every ilk. I once studied there myself, and I thought the instructors and students were loyal to Lord Nasher.
So you think someone within the Academy betrayed you?
The Academy may have been betrayed from within, or perhaps I simply put too much faith in the instructors, students, and staff to keep this news secret, as Desther claims. You were there. You saw the slaughter. The attack caught us unprepared. You are one of only a handful of survivors from the carnage of the Academy. Fenthic and Dester arrived with reinforcements, but during the confusion of battle, the Waterdhavian creatures disappeared into the streets of Neverwinter, and our hopes of a cure vanished with them.
Let me guess, you want me to go get those creatures back?
Your task in this is twofold. First, find the Waterdhavian creatures and bring them back to me, at any cost. We need to harvest components from these creatures if we are to concoct a cure for the Wailing Death. This is your most important duty. Second, we must discover who was behind the attack on the Academy. Any evidence you uncover in this matter should be brought to Fenthic. He is the one assigned the task of unmasking our hidden enemy.
Figures. How do we know the creatures are still alive?
By all accounts, the creatures escaped the battle at the Academy unharmed, and there are many reports of strange beasts pouring in from every district of the city.
You must recover the Waterdhavian creatures if we are to survive the Wailing Death. The fate of Neverwinter rests on your shoulders now.
Shouldn't the City Watch be helping in this?
The City Watch can do little to help in this search. Their numbers are barely enough to keep order in the streets of Neverwinter. Others, like Fenthic or myself, have duties that require we stay here.
So I'm the only hope for curing the Wailing disease, the Wailing Death disease.
You proved yourself during the attack on the Academy. Your bravery and skill are obvious, and I know you are not in league with those who seek to destroy Neverwinter.
So you believe. I'll do it, but the rewards better be worthwhile.
Whatever rewards you seek, fame, fortune, glory, you shall have in abundance, provided you are successful in this task. I ask for your discretion in this matter. News of the attack and strange creatures roaming the city will only add to the panic and chaos already in the streets. To aid you in your task, I will give you this Stone of Recall. You will find it to be a valuable tool in your quest.
How does it work?
You can activate the Stone of Recall at any time, and it will instantly teleport you and anyone in your service back here to the Temple of Tyr. Anytime you go through the teleportation portal in Tyr's temple, it will instantly send you and any companions back to the place your stone was last activated. There is little else I can tell you about this mission. Whenever you need provisions, come speak to me again, and I can sell them to you through the store here at Tyr's temple.
That device could be quite handy.
Take this gold so you can buy the necessary supplies for your mission. Remember to stock up on healing potions before you go. They will be critical to your survival.
It would be nice to know a little more about the lady I'm working for.
I am not one to boast of my accomplishments. Suffice to say that I am a paladin of Tyr, and I am honored Lord Nasher has placed me in charge of finding a cure for the Wailing Death. Is there anything else?
Do you have any information as to where the creatures might be?
There are many rumors, and I would not like to give you any false leads. However, there is something that seems reliable. There have been some promising reports from the prison district. Several eyewitness accounts indicate a strange creature is wandering the area, or was a short time ago.
Peninsula District. Okay.
But there is no guarantee the reports are accurate. The creatures could be in any one of the city districts. I shall leave it up to you where you want to take your search. Is there anything else?
What do you think of Desther?
I think the Helmite is arrogant, sanctimonious, self-righteous, and holier than thou. Forgive me for being so blunt, but Dester and I do not see eye to eye.
Interesting. We both look at him in the same way.
Dester challenges my every decision on general principle, or so it would seem. He is constantly accusing me of abandoning my faith and not trusting enough in the power of the divine.
Why do you put up with him?
Sometimes I think Dester and his Helmites do more to hinder my efforts than help them. But Fenthic assures me they bring hope to the city, and hope is something the people desperately need.
I am definitely no fan of Helm or Tyr.
Is there anything else?
Tell me about Fenthic.
It is no secret that Fenthic and I are lovers. Our feelings for each other are only matched by our devotion to Tyr and our loyalty to Neverwinter.
Oh, how sweet.
Although Lord Nasher has placed me in charge of finding a cure for the plague, I could not do this without Fenthic's help. His faith and conviction are a comfort to me in times of darkness. Is there anything else?
I need to ask you some questions.
I will do my best to answer what questions I may.
What can you tell me about the attack on the Academy?
It was a slaughter, as you well know. Only a handful of hundreds training and teaching at the Academy survived.
How pathetic, and these are supposed to be the champions of the city?
As yet, we have not discovered the identity of those behind the attack, but the enemy knew the Waterdhavian creatures were there. How they came by that knowledge is a troubling prospect. Take any information concerning who may be behind the attack straight to Fenthic. He is the one I have placed in charge of unmasking our hidden enemy.
Right, the hidden enemy.
Is there something else I can help you with?
I want to know more about the Wailing Death.
The first victims were reported several months ago, and within days it had spread to all corners of the city. It was not the first plague Neverwinter has suffered, but it is by far the worst. Unlike other sicknesses, the Wailing Death seems to resist all efforts to cure it, including the divine magic of the priests. Perhaps that is what makes it so terrible.
The room next door is full of plague victims. Aren't you scared of being infected?
The plague does not seem to spread through contact with the infected. Healers tend to the sick without becoming ill, and some who lock themselves alone indoors contract the illness.
How interesting.
We have quarantined the city, but that is mostly to help the Watch maintain order. It has done little to halt the spread, though some districts remain unaffected. Perhaps that is what is so terrible about this affliction. There is no rhyme or reason to it, seemingly no way to guard against it, and until we have all the Waterdhavian creatures, no way to cure it.
Why are you so sure the Waterdhavian creatures will cure it?
Is there something else I can help you with?
I want more information on the Waterdhavian creatures and this cure.
It was Kelvin Blackstaff Arunson, the Archmage of Waterdeep, who discovered the potential cure. However, we have not even had a chance to test it. The creatures were taken from us too quickly.
So you don't even know if it will work.
If Blackstaff is right, the cure requires feathers from a cockatrice, the brain of an intellect devourer, blood from a Yuan-ti, and a lock of hair freshly plucked from a dryad's head. Is there more you would know? Any information about the creatures I can provide to help you locate them will be freely given, of course.
Tell me about the Cockatrice.
A cockatrice resembles a hybrid of chicken, lizard, and bat. They are repulsive animals that can petrify opponents. You must be extremely cautious when dealing with this beast.
Yes, I've heard of those things before.
Is there more you would know?
Tell me about the Yuan-ti.
The Yuan-ti are a race of beings whose bloodlines are a mixture of human and snake. They can be any combination of snake and human characteristics. They are highly intelligent, and many of the creatures practice magic. It is rumored that some even have the ability to alter their shape. Is there more you would know? Any information
The Intellect
about the creatures I
Devourer.
can provide? The Intellect Devourer is a truly horrible entity, resembling a large fleshy brains with legs. It can dominate the minds of its victims so that it may devour their very thoughts.
Interesting.
Is there more you would know?
The
Any
Dryad.
information- She is like most of her kind, a beautiful, elusive forest sprite whose charms transcend mere physical appearance. Out of charity, she came willingly to help us when she learned of our need.
She wants to help.
However, the city is strange to her and unsettling. When the attack came, I suspect she fled in panicked terror, and now is lost among the unfamiliar streets and buildings of Neverwinter. If you find her, treat her with the respect and kindness she deserves. She is very brave to leave her wood to come to our aid. Is there more you would know? Any information about the creatures I can provide to help you locate
That's
them?
all.
Is there something else I can help you with?
Where can I get some supplies?
I have no equipment to spare. All we have was given to the City Watch to help them maintain order.
Perhaps I could sell you some things from the Temple Armory.
The City Core has all manner of shops to supply you with whatever you might need. Is there something else I can help you with?
Goodbye.
Farewell. May Tyr guide your steps.
It's hard to believe that I cannot get sick by being in close proximity to these people. And there's nothing that a cleric can do to heal them. Well, I have this now, Stone of Recall. It to return me to the Temple of Tyr, which is where I believe I am. Didn't I see you before? Greetings, Evaldus. Aribeth has instructed me to provide whatever assistance I can in your mission to recover the missing Waterdhavian creatures. However, my magic is not of a healing nature. My skills are tied to the teleportation portal in this temple and the Stone of Recall in your backpack. Is there something I can do for you, Evaldus? Who are you? I am Sergal, a priest of Tyr. It is my duty to aid and assist those in the service of Neverwinter, though I am no healer. Goodbye. Farewell, Evaldus. May the grace of Tyr be with you. There are too many dead. Too many sick and too many dead. Should I even bother checking through this place? Who are you?
Greetings of the even-handed to you. Welcome to the House of Tyr. I am Reverend Judge Olef Uskar, in service of the maimed god.
Farewell. Tyr guide to you, justice. Shut up. Knowledge is power, but... Scroll. At the least I can sell that. That's a local place. As I said, it's been some time since I've been here. Ghost of Conyberry. A book on Neverwinter might be nice. Wind by the fireside. Sounds like something comfortable you read to your kids at night. Don't leave gold unlocked. Port last. This village of 700 is found on the high road between Luskan and Neverwinter, and sides with the latter in the feud between the two cities. 50 men-at-arms from the city of skilled hands, bolstered by 30 of the Lord's Alliance troops, aid in the local militia in guarding the town from brigand raids and the harassment of Luskan. The Lord's Alliance troops are mainly from El Turil and Baldur's Gate, so that a Luskan attack would risk war with two economically powerful cities. Port Last is a city of skilled stonecutters and has a fine harbor. The stonecutters work at quarries on the coastal headlands just south of the village. Other than harborage and stone cutting, there's little else to recommend it to the traveler today, for it is a tense, suspicious place, always expecting treachery or attack from Luskan.
Today, Port Lass is ruled by the soldier Kendrak, who recently replaced Hieronymus Stothwintle as first captain. Hieronymus was killed during the battle to protect Port Lass from a Sahuagin invasion. In the distant past, when Luskan was held by orcs and Durgar, Port Lass was a thriving city. It was the last port in human hands as one sailed north, hence the name. In those days, it was home to 14,000 miners and explorers eager to find gold, gems, and all the rest of the fabled mineral wealth of the north. The city was eventually smashed by orc raids, and the shattered remnants of the old walls still ring it, though much stone has been used to repair local homes or has been taken away and sold. Port Lass' outer reaches are overgrown by scrub forest or are used as gardens or graveyards. Put the book back yourself. As I said, a book on Neverwinter is what I'm looking for. Locked. Seems to be barred from the other side. What about this door? Or will this take me back to that group of fools on the other side? Hey, do you want a henchman? Who are you?
Why not, eh? You have the smell of a prospective employer about you. Not that it's easy to smell anything with all the burning corpses in this city, mind you. Never seen this many flies outside of a Callum shot alehouse.
I ask again, who are you?
Me? Why, I'm none other than the renowned rogue, Tomi Undergallants. Grin to my friends, Tomi Grin, to the lasses and that damned halfling, to anyone in a position of respectable authority. I can forgive you for not having heard of me, however. I hail from, most recently, Calumport, and that's a long way for even my reputation to travel. I give it another week, personally.
What are you doing in the church?
I could ask you the same question now, couldn't I? Well, if you have to know the truth, I was being chased by a pack of hooligans the day before yesterday when I darted in here. It seems like as good a place as any, especially considering the priests don't throw halflings out in their ears as a policy, like in Calumport. So I've been hanging about looking for something to do.
Do you always talk this much?
Unless you're sneaking up for a good backstab or in the sack with a pretty miss, I really don't see the need for restraint. Silence is for the dead. Although I hear they can be a bit chatty too at times.
Running from your reputation, are you?
Nothing too wrong with having a bit of a reputation, my lord. Keeps the flies from settling, if you know what I mean. If the heat gets too high, you just step out of the kitchen, right? You know how it goes, I'm sure. Rob some overfat caliph with piggy lips, kiss his daughter as a lark before you escape with the loot, and suddenly you're the most wanted man in Calimshan. How was I supposed to know that he was so sensitive about his daughter? I still say it was worth it. That took flair, and I have flair. Too bad Neverwinter didn't treat me any better at first.
Actually, I do have something in common with this halfling. He hunted you for kissing his daughter?
Well, I used the word kissing loosely, my lord. Trouble was, the lass was set to marry the Pasha's son, so long as she was a virgin. Ah, well.
What happened then?
Neverwinter seemed a fine enough city for an enterprising young halfling like myself, on the surface anyway. You'd be surprised at what people get away with here. They can take a perfectly innocent man, accuse him of simple pickpocketing, and throw him in prison without even so much as a trial, or not a very fair one anyway. That judge was mean. Fortunately, my stay in Neverwinter's fine prison system was a short one. I didn't arrange for my escape, oddly enough, but I was glad for it nonetheless.
So you're a convict, then?
Technically, I suppose I am. Trust me, however, they have so many other things to worry about in that prison. Even if they thought I wasn't dead, they wouldn't trouble with me.
Why do you say that? What trouble?
The exact goings-on with the prison I'm not entirely aware of, my lord. To tell the truth, I had only been in the prison for a few days, and I was just starting to think about how depressing life was when it all began. The warden of the place began babbling some nonsense and started releasing all the prisoners, even the truly despicable types, murderers, politicians, lawyers, you name it. I left the area quickly, of course, and wound up here at the temple. Nice, safe place to be. Last I heard, them prisoners were all tearing up the peninsula district, making a royal mess. Not the lawyers, though. They were just overcharging. Why would the warden release the prisoners? I can't really say. Some of the other fellows were talking like there was some powerful prisoner who was controlling the warden and making him do these things. Sounds too strange to me. More likely he was brain sick with the plague. The entire peninsula district is in an uproar, however. I don't think the local constabulary has it under control either. Come to think of it, I saw more than a few people being attacked in the street in broad daylight. If you head to that part of town, you might want to take someone along who knows the roads, Actually, I'm looking for some hired help to assist me on my mission. Oh? A mission, is it? My little pinky toes are quivering with curiosity, or is that my danger sense? That would go a long way towards explaining my recklessness. Oh well. What kind of mission are you on? I work for Lady Aribeth. My mission is confidential. Ah, which makes you some kind of secret agent for the lovely elven lass. Must be exciting. I'd be glad to help out for the right price. So, let's negotiate a bit, shall we? I can place my superior skills of theft, lockpicking, and swordplay at your disposal for any task you choose, providing you can provide me with a nice payment now. You want my gold now? Just for talking? I rather doubt you'll find anyone else of my skill available, my lord. 200 gold pieces seems like a fair bargain, don't you agree? I don't have that kind of gold to spend on a henchman. You were expecting me to work for free? What do I look like, an elf? Pff, come back when you find a few coins. Well, fine. Tommy Undergallows has better things to do. I'm sure someone will hire me any day now. Turns out I do have more gold than I actually thought. And I have some things to sell as well. I need a rogue, and someone who can hold their own in combat. Fine. This thief will do.
So, you've come back? Looking for a short lad to tickle your feet? Or did you change your mind about needing a rogue at your side?
Yes, I need a rogue. How about 150? 200 seems a little expensive.
I guess it's either that or I spend the next week or two picking lint out of my belly button. All right, you've convinced me. 150 gold pieces it is. I'll tag along with you, my lord, as best I know how, unless you tell me otherwise. If you want me to do something different, just give me a shout, aye?
Aye. Let's go. Are you coming?
Eh? What can Tommy do for you?
Never mind. Let's just go. Back out into the city, where everyone's dying. Who's this?
Please, I need your help.
It's a child.
Oh, please, can you help me? You're with the city militia, aren't you? The guards at the gate said I might get help over here, but I don't know if they were serious or not.
What is it, woman? Why are you bothering me?
I'm sorry, but it's just so horrible. I thought I could find someone to help me over here, but please, listen to me. It's a peninsula district. I live in there, and oh, it's just horrible. The killing, everyone running for their lives, it's horrible.
Hurry up and say. I'm a busy man.
Oh, okay, I came from the peninsula district. That's where my home was. Now it's too dangerous to go there. The prisoners are killing everyone. It's awful.
This kind of lawlessness is insane, actually. But I don't think the guards can hold back what's happening anymore, especially with all the prisoners released. This might make what I'm doing here more difficult. Rounding up escapees, eh? Let's talk price.
I don't have anything. I barely got out with my life. You work for the city, don't you? It's your duty, isn't it?
That won't do. I guess I won't help then.
What do you mean you won't? What kind of guard are you? Please, no, I won't beg. I'll be here if you choose to do the decent thing. I have nowhere else to go.
If I end up in that peninsula district, beating up prisoners, escape prisoners anyway. My pockets are much lighter now, after I gave Tommy that gold. So, first things first, I need a place to sell my goods that I'm carrying. Got all these people.
Make peace with your gods, like the doom felon above us. Death is the price we pay for our arrogance.
Doomsayer over there.
The wailing heralds, the ends of days.
I need gold. But she's offering me none. Well, I'm sure I'll end up over there anyway. What is it I can do? I have to ask you some questions.
Okay.
Give me some background on the Peninsula District.
Well, it's kind of complicated. The Peninsula District houses the Neverwinter prison. The families of the guards and such live around it. It's been safe for years. It changed a little while ago. The guards never came home from work one day. And now, the prisoners are everywhere. First the plague, now the threat of a knife in your belly.
I'll see what I can do. You stay here where it's safe.
Thank you. I can't say how much this means to me. Do you need directions? I'll tell you, just to be sure. The Peninsula District is through the gate in the southwest side of the city core, near the Moonstone Mask. There are guards posted, but I'm sure they will let you through.
Yes, to the southwest, the Peninsula District. Black Lake to the northeast, Beggar's Nest to the southeast, Docks District to the west, and Castle Never, where I just came from, to the north. Hall of Justice to the east. Actually, that's where I just came from. Castle Never's to the north. I'm sure it's quite locked up.
Make peace with your gods, like the doom forlorn before us. We are doomed.
Is there going to be a doomsayer on every street corner? It's just annoying. Everybody knows that the city is doomed.
I'm not trying to escape. I wouldn't have anywhere to go.
This leads out.
Passage from the city of Neverwinter is forbidden. We cannot risk the plague being spread to the surrounding countryside.
Has anyone left recently?
No one has exited the city recently. I would not allow it. The danger to the outside lands is too great.
I have a few questions.
I am trusted with the grave duty of keeping the whole of the north free of plague, and you want to chat me up?
There's no one else here to bother you.
Please, just leave me to my duty. I can't lose focus. I can't let anyone gain my favor. Everyone is to be treated the same. Nobody gets out.
Well, has anyone been allowed in then?
I suppose I'm not specifically restricted from letting people into the city. They are warned of the danger, but it is their risk to take. That being said, nobody has entered the city recently. In fact, I believe only Dester and his Helmite brethren have dared risk it, and that was shortly after the plague began. They've been tirelessly helping ever since. It's an astounding level of sacrifice for them to make, risking themselves like that.
Farewell.
Well met, citizen.
I'm no citizen. Yes, all I hear is people screaming the word doomed. And I'm stuck in the city, it would appear. Well, I came here for a reason. I have to see it through. Who are you?
Greetings. Blessings of the Earth Mother Shantia and the Tree Father Sylvanus. I am Nyatar, in the service of nature.
I am Evaldus Tall. Just shut up and answer my questions. I will assist if I can, but mind your tone in the presence of nature. I favor balance in all things, including within those people I must associate with. What is your position here? Are you the local druid? I see it to it that the city does not tip too far from balance. That concerns for natural elements are kept a priority. It's not easy. You want 100 gold to have this item identified? I don't even hold that much in my purse. It's a little better. Let's sell this ale. Greenstone. Hardly worth anything. I'll sell these scrolls, at least that's worth something. It's a bit better. I don't have much on me. Unfortunately. Okay, well, maybe this wand is worth a lot. Let's get it identified. Summon single creature. Or summon a creature. I could use that. $246 gold, though. And I can summon my own. I'll sell it. So it would be nice to get a flail, which I didn't buy. Ring of Protection, very expensive, 1182. Maybe I can sell this healer's kit, but it is of the higher quality. I don't know if I should sell that. Anyways, goodbye. Now, Tomi's contract. A short piece of paper is covered with more than a few grease stains and has been signed in a near illegible script by Tomi himself. Apparently it exists to prove that the halfling is in my service as a henchman. Cloak Tower. Well, I've sold what I have. At least I have a little bit of gold now. The end is nigh, like the arrogant...
What?
Death is the price we pay for our arrogance. Stop talking. Stop shouting. Who are these people?
No business to you.
What do you want? I'm no guard. I can't help you. All I can do is wait for the plague to get me. I can't even do that from my own bed. I don't suppose you'd feel any better yourself if you'd lost your home, let alone been chased up by zombies. It's just the beggar's nest, I know, but it's better than sitting here smelling the corpses burn. Zombies. Maybe I could help you out. Why would you help me? I'm just a lowly peasant from the beggar's nest. Half the city is probably happy to see the place overrun, even if it was by zombies. Just leave me, please. Can I ask you some questions? No, please. I don't want to think about this anymore than I have to. Goodbye. Yeah, just leave me here. I have nowhere else to go. Zombies now. Well, it occurs to me I have to find these Waterdhavian creatures. They're in different parts of the city. I might as well see if I can't make some coin off doing this. Or perhaps get a better name for myself, which I'm loath to do, but I must do it while here. Who are you?
Greetings.
Can I help you? No, what am I thinking? I can't even help myself. I can't even huddle in my own home. Oh, these people. Can't go home to the beggar's nest because of zombies, can't get out of the city because of the quarantine. What's a guy supposed to do? Just choke on the stink of corpse fires, I guess? Could I ask you some questions? No, please. I don't even want to think about this anymore than I have to. Goodbye.
Farewell then, I'll just stay here, nowhere else to go. Priest of Helm.
Hello to you.
I want to ask you some questions. I will answer, though I am a newcomer too. Granting blessings in this time of plague has not left much time for exploration. What do you know of the plague? The wailing pulls at the soul, spiritually tearing a victim apart from within. The blessings I give are small comfort, but comfort nonetheless. What do you know about attempts at a cure? Most are foolish sorcery, and none have proven effective. We Helmites under Destler are certain that only our blessings will deliver Neverwinter. People are reluctant at first, but the more the plague strikes at them, the more they abandon such things and seek what we offer. Don't you want the other cure attempts to work? Everyone seeks the end of the plague. We under Destler merely believe that our methods will bring the swiftest resolution. In the end, I think people will look back and realize the importance of the role we played, even if they cannot see it now. I have another question. I need information about places in Neverwinter. I've only just acquainted myself with the city, but I will assist you if I can. What are the different areas of the city? There are several districts dividing the city. The division has apparently slowed the plague, but it divides people as well. I believe the different regions are the Beggar's Nest, the Docks, the Black Lake District, the Peninsula, and the city core. Let's talk about the city core. The spiritual and governmental center. We Helmites have established a small temple here, with Destler as our guide. That's where I am right now. We are not far from Castle Neverer, and serve as advisors in the major institutions. Not all heed our words, but they will in time. There are many shops around the outer district as well, though I haven't seen what they hold. I haven't had the time. I want to talk about other cities, districts. Beggar's Nest. The Beggar's Nest. Our blessings are a comfort, but they have been unable to lessen the impact of the wailing in the district. I always thought the plague could be contained there. It was thought the plague could be contained there, but even as we try to calm people, the wailing follows soon after. Now I fear there is an unforeseen threat of undead in the district. Leave it to the Helmites, my friend. Do not endanger yourself there. Shouldn't all help be welcome? Certainly, but in the proper perspective. The plague will not fall to brute force, but to the growth of hope within the people. The blessings will accomplish this. Other actions can certainly follow, but care must be taken not to do more than harm than good. We Helmites do what is necessary. Our blessings will deliver the city, you will see. Okay, so as to the other 3 districts. The Docks District. The Docks are a haven for lawlessness, even in this otherwise dark time. Thankfully, my brethren have been mostly left to do their good work. There has also been much hoarding of gold. Muggings are rampant. I hope it does not harm the spirit of the people further. I would avoid the Docks, friend. Let we Helmites minister our blessings and calm the situation in our gentle way. Okay. So, about the Black Lake District. Black Lake is the home of the nobility, a group that I am sorry to say has not borne the weight of these times in a distinguished manner. It is possible they are even hoarding resources meant for the poorer districts. Hopefully no one inflames the situation. Alright, and to the peninsula. The peninsula is where the prison is located. Try as we might, we Helmites have not been allowed much access within. Hopefully my brethren in the city have continued their blessing, and the spirit of that has found a way to some degree. Especially now as I've heard that contact with the Great Fortress has been sporadic. The proper authorities will need time to sort things out. Alright, I've heard enough. Goodbye. As you will. Would you like a blessing as you go? I'll not have your useless blessing. As you will. Good luck to you. Blessing of Helm. I have my own. The Dark Lady blesses me. The Cloak Tower. Are these not the guards? The guards of the city.
is this whelp?
I recognize you. You're one of the new recruits under Aribeth, are you not? I'm sorry, but this is a spellcasters guild. It will not interest you.
Shows how far off I am from understanding the city. I need some spell casting equipment then. At some point I will have to buy more magical items. Boots of striding, huh? Lesser belt of guiding light. Makes you immune to fear. Interesting. What about these boots? Huh. Helps with one's constitution. Flail. Morning Star. I need a flail. Oh, that doesn't help. All right. These are the mages of the city. This is the Church of Tyr, Hall of Justice. I'll actually have to get out and acquaint myself with what's going on. Nobody's willing to pay. And if nobody's willing to pay, then I'm stuck if I don't agree to do anything without money. So, I'll have to play nice. Hey.
Greetings.
Sorry, cleric, but I can't even begin to think the gods are good while the stink of burning corpses covers everything. Lord Master's men will soon find a cure. What is this? This is the temple. This is the Castle Never. I wish I could hold your optimism.
Yes?
Stand down, citizen. Castle Never is sealed by the order of Lord Nasher. No one is allowed within. To protect the castle against plague, it is close to all but Lady Aribeth. That is all I can say. I have just joined his service under Aribeth. I can't say any more. To ease panic, only our proven allies are kept brief on the state of affairs. Hey,
Yes? Do make
as
it
I
quick.
said, only proven allies of Neverwinter will have access to the castle in this dark time. Fine. Is this a mage?
Welcome to you.
Yes, is there something you require? Please do be brief, as your unwashed appearance leaves me to worry what infections you might be carrying. I have questions. I suppose one still needs to breathe amidst one's mourning. Perhaps in helping you, I am also helping my friend's spirit find their rest. Can you tell me anything about the plague? I have lost 2 close friends to it already. The Helm might say they must be cremated rather than buried, but they did the Black Lake proud at least. Has the plague disrupted the social order of the city? Disrupted? Privileged do not take well to change. Why, captains of commerce are falling just as quick as their menial workers. It won't be tolerated. The inaction of Lord Nasher and those under him will not hinder the nobility from protecting their own. What do you know about cure attempts? The great and washed have been kept ignorant of bungled efforts by city officials to contain the disease, and for good reason. Components for a cure were lost to an attack. Can you imagine the panic if people knew that someone is actually fighting against the cure? Of course, I've heard nothing of suspects or leads. What are we coming to if the nobility cannot expect to be kept updated? I have other questions. Is there anything odd that you've heard? The gossip of the nobility need not concern you, and likely wouldn't be the type of information you want anyway. The different districts will each hold intrigues, I am sure. All but the Black Lake seems to do as they will once out from under the rule of law. Another question. You look very wealthy, are you? Well, I am comfortable, if it is any business of yours. Merely curious. Let's go back to my other questions. Goodbye. Farewell to thee. I must return to my private mourning. It is the only way I have to grieve. This is where they're burning some of the... Yes, they are. Burning corpses right here in the middle of the center of the city.
Woe to the unrepentant, for they shall be struck down. I'd like to strike you down, Doomsayer. Hey, who are you?
Day. I could use a drink.
You're a holy man. Can't you make the nobles in the Black Lake District share their cure?
No one has a cure. No one. Where do you think? Where did you get that information from?
Someone has to do something. This is horrible.
Is this just somebody's home? Well, while I'm here, I best not make a scene. Let's leave.
I hate this. Someone should lay down the law.
I agree. The law isn't being laid down.
Good day.
What? You trapped out here too? Ain't it just like the working stiffs that get the worst of everything? It's rough, isn't it? See, I just want to go back to work in the docks district. There's not much to do under the quarantine, but at least I'd be away from the stink of the corpse fires. Can't do squat with all the thieves everywhere. I don't know what's got into them, but it's made the docks district unlivable. I can't go home for all the muggers.
Is there anything I can do?
I ain't looking for charity, I just want to be able to get back to the docks. Someone needs to get in there and raise hell. I swear if my back was in better shape, I'd be in there, but I can't take on an army of thieves, no way.
Docks district, huh? Goodbye.
Bye then. Guess I'll just have to wait here. Nothing I can do. Why doesn't someone step up and be a damn hero?
I'm no hero. Okay. Well, where do I want to go first? The Beggar's Nest has zombies. Black Lake District has the rich. I think I'm going to continue to look throughout this central core of the city. Then perhaps go down to the peninsula. And see what I can do.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.